Hey guys, have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, why is one of my shoulders lower than the other? Or why does my posture just look off? I bet you have, and you are definitely not alone. Today we are gonna talk about three big reasons why your body might be slowly shifting out of shape. And the crazy part is, it's probably happening without you even realizing it. Uh, let's break it down in a way that actually makes sense. The first issue is alignment, meaning the breakdown of your posture. Simply put, it's about how your bones and joints are aligned under gravity. Ideal posture means your body maintains balance along the gravity line, your center of mass line. And here's a very important key point. When you raise your gaze about 20 degrees upward, the force that makes your head tip forward or backward almost disappears. This is a crucial factor for maintaining proper alignment. Take a look at babies who just started walking. They naturally align their head's center of gravity along their spinal axis. But as we get older or pick up bad habits, our posture begins to break down and the center of gravity of our head moves forward. For most modern people, this forward shift of the head's center of gravity is almost universal. Why? Because we spend all day bending our heads forward to look at smartphones or laptops. This forward head posture may start at the neck, but it eventually affects the back, shoulders, and even the pelvis. That's the start of the domino effect of postural collapse. The second factor is labor, meaning repetitive or continuous use of certain body parts. Now, labor doesn't just mean heavy lifting or hard physical work. It includes anything that involves using specific body parts or even your brain over and over in the same way. Think about these habits. Sitting at desk for hours, looking down at your phone all day, carrying a bag on the same shoulder all the time, stressing your brain by overthinking certain problems, exercising in a way that builds muscle only on one side. These habits put slight pressure on specific muscles or areas, and that pressure accumulates over time. Your whole body's balance starts to break down. It might seem like no big deal at first, but this is exactly how posture problems quietly sneak up on you. The third factor is a bit scientific. It's a neuroplasticity. This means your brain adapts to its environment and starts to recognize your habitual posture as its default setting. So if you maintain bad posture for a long time, your brain wrongly assumes, oh, this must be the right posture. As a result, even if your back is hunched or your body is twisted, you may actually feel like you're standing straight. Once your brain accepts that posture as normal, you start adopting it automatically without even thinking about it. In other words, it becomes a habit. To sum it up, when something is repeated continuously, your brain changes its perception and starts treating that repeated pattern as normal, and this leads to automation, turning it into a habit. That's why when you try to adopt the correct posture once in a while, it might actually feel strange or awkward. in terms of alignment, when you fall out of the upward gaze posture, and in terms of labor, when you repetitively or continuously use certain body parts, and in terms of neuroplasticity, when your brain comes to recognize that repeated posture as normal, as a result, postural deformation becomes fixed. However, conversely, in terms of alignment, if you adopt a slightly exaggerated upward gaze posture, and in terms of labor, if you maintain that posture repeatedly, and in terms of neuroplasticity, if your brain comes to recognize that repeated pattern as normal, as a result, your posture will gradually recover. Postural deformation occurs easily because the three conditions mentioned above are naturally fulfilled even without us paying special attention. However, to restore a deformed posture to its normal state, all three conditions must be intentionally and deliberately met. If even one of these conditions is not satisfied, it becomes difficult to restore posture to normal. In the end, this means that if all three conditions are deliberately fulfilled, posture can definitely be restored. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. See you in the next video. Bye.